Hello everybody. So this is going to be very short because it's a very easy dish to make. Alright, here we go. So this is my fermented garlic. I fermented it last year and I still have a lot. This was a full gallon. If I can use fresh, I use fresh, I do have fresh, but I also like using my fermented because it tastes really good. If you've never fermented garlic, you should. It's amazing. I do asparagus, garlic, all your vegetables are amazing if you ferment them. This has to infuse with the oil very quickly, and then you will put it in the pasta once the pasta's done. But my son just came in here and said, "Can I have white rice too?" So I do a pot of white rice, which is 2 to 1. You all know that. You don't need me to tell you that. What I like to do is I like to cut the tips off and put those in a separate bag because I can put those in any soup that I want to. But I also like to cut them in half just because I prefer the shorter noodles. It's just easier on the fork, easy to grab it with a fork, you know, I like, so what you're gonna do is you're going to cut your garlic. This makes it easier for me to do the same thing that I do with an onion, but just a smaller scale, so that you'll get pieces and just cut it. Gotta be careful when you wear gloves, and I'm not wearing gloves just for you, I wear them all the time. A lot of people don't. And I'll give it a quick chop in case there was. Alright. A lot of people don't wear gloves. I didn't used to either. Then after working in the industry for a long time, and now I live on a farm, I do wear gloves quite often. A lot of times it's because I don't want, you know, that garlic juice and onion juice, you know, that gets in your fingers and that hurts. All I do is lean my hand forward this way and then I back it up. See, I'll show you on the next one. Garlic. Now, you don't want to do onion in this dish because it'll give it a completely different flavor. You will not like it, I promise you. You're going to do a little bit of garlic. If you have parsley to dress it afterwards, or long green onions, or shallots, whatever you want to call them, you can do that as well. Okay, then you want to get your long green onions. Cut the tips off. Now I put these tips in water with the roots in a little bit of water and a thing, and they start to regrow, and then I plant them in the windowsill, and you can have long green onions all year round. Alright, now these are actually going to go sprinkled on top. These will not get cooked. You can cook them, nothing wrong with that, but they're such a light onion flavor, they're going to just sprinkle. I don't have any parsley, so and parsley's just a garnish anyway. It doesn't really have that much flavor. Now if you want to put basil or thyme or, you know, any of those other, even Italian seasoning, just be careful with that one. Your shallots, you're going to put those on after you do everything else. One thing that I also like to do is either a jalapeno or, and this was a jalapeno, I let it mature, and your jalapenos turn this color if you leave them long enough. Some, they'll just go bad in your fridge, but I don't bother taking out the seeds. You can, I don't. And I'm gonna do the same thing as I did with the garlic. I'm not gonna put a lot of this. This will still have a little bit of heat, so you don't want to do this if you have kids, unless you make sure you get a sweet pepper, okay? If you have a sweet pepper, taste it first. If it's sweet, then go ahead and do it. Or if your kids are used to this, okay? I'm gonna put a lot of this in there. I have a feeling it's a little bit spicy. And that's all I'm gonna put in there. It adds color, a little bit of heat. If it's only adults eating it, they will love the heat. And you need salt. Do not put pepper. If you are apt to use pepper, you really want to use pepper, use white pepper, okay? Do not use black pepper. You can. I wouldn't. Just saying, I wouldn't do it. Okay, here we go. We've got water boiling, and we're going to throw in salt. I just do a couple pinches. That's the best way to get salt into your pasta. Then you're going to do boiling nice. You want to give it a minute. So this is I cook everything in cast iron. This is my cast iron pan. The only oil that is 100% extra virgin olive oil is your California blend. Okay, the other one's only 10%. The rest is sunflower oil or corn oil, something like that. I think it's mostly corn oil. So if you want to use all olive oil, you want to use this one. We are just going to put generously, because this is going to have to go into, I'd say that's about half, a little bit less than half a cup. All right, but this isn't gonna, a little bit more. This is about, I'd say about quarter cup to just under half a cup, okay? It's not gonna hurt your body. Well, this is a really good oil, okay? So right now I have it heating up, all right? Now, as soon as it starts to get a little hot, which I have the stove on a very, let's see, right now it's up on a little bit of a high heat, but it's going to pick up really quick because cast iron pans get really, really hot, okay? I usually don't show draining pasta because if you got to be shown that, you need to get the heck out of the kitchen. You don't need to see it, but I did it.
Gone.
Okay, I'm also, this is a tomato from my garden. I've got probably about 20 left. This will taste really good drizzled on top. Me and Jeremy are more on the vegetarian side. We're about 60% vegetarian, 30% meat. We don't eat a lot of meat, but so I add more. I also have some zucchini out of my garden here. You can fry up some zucchini in a little bit of butter, get it soft, and you can mix that in with your pasta. There's so many things you could do. You could even put that in the oil. You just don't want to do like a lettuce or something like that. Honestly, that's just not the way to go. All right, where's the butt end? There it is. I don't want to put that.
Ah! I got it!
Awesome.
It's all placed from a knife.
Now these will add a really nice flavor to your pasta. But again, you do not want to cook this. You can. I wouldn't. You know, just before. Okay. So our oil's getting nice and hot over here. We're gonna put it on low. It's almost done, Chris. This is Christopher's.
Making tacos?
No, I'm making you the pasta. Remember I told you? He loves tacos. Every night we go have dinner, tacos. He'd eat tacos every night if I let him. All right. Okay, so we have our oil going, and I'm going to see how hot it is. That, hear that? Yeah. Hear that? Those are the chilies. It's not going to change the flavor. It's the garlic you do not want to put in here. Okay, that is a perfect searing sound, okay? Anything hotter than that, higher than that, you don't want to do it. Alright, so we're going to do, this is the chili. This is the garlic. You want to switch it, and it is done. And then you want to get it out of this pan and onto your pasta. You want to do that rather quickly because this oil will burn the garlic. Any oil will burn the garlic, and then you're going to have something that you didn't really plan on having. And you're not going to eat it. You're not going to eat it. It's gross. I know. So let me show you what it looks like. There it is. And then you're just going to give it a quick mix. The pasta's already been cooked. It's got all that garlic infused in that oil and that fast. Okay, it does. I've made this for hundreds upon hundreds of people. When I did events, it was anywhere from the smallest 50 and the largest 1,000. So the typical was around 250 to 300. Okay, look how amazing that looks. Okay, now we're not going to put the onion and the tomato on in here. Okay, it goes on when you serve it on the plate. So I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, so just gonna get him some. He's gonna eat a lot of this, so I'm gonna give him a big scoop. Look at those colors. Aren't those colors awesome? That orange in there. You can do the bell peppers, you can do anything. I just know that that's gonna taste amazing. And that oil just mixed in that pasta, it's gonna taste awesome. And then you're gonna put some tomatoes, just like that, like little pieces, just like that. And then you're gonna put some shallots. And there you have your angel hair. Can you see that? Am I fuzzy? And there you have it. Your angel hair garlic pasta. A little bit of shallots on top, a little bit of tomato on top. And to kick it off, sprinkle just a little bit of salt. Again, if you want to do white pepper, go ahead. But don't do black pepper, okay? I wouldn't do it. Alright, there you have it. And he's going to have some rice on the side of his plate, which is just your standard white rice. And he loves white rice. Don't ask. I don't know. So he'll put some soy sauce on that. No butter, no nothing. So the soy sauce is just a salt, so it'll be fine. And this is what Christopher will have for dinner tonight. You know, it's a good recipe. You'll enjoy it. I know you will. I had a lot of clients that loved it. And anyway, try the recipe. You'll like it. And yeah, I got some other videos you might like too.